So it's been a minute since I, did the last update video, just like this. I think it should be going close to a month or at least a few weeks now. And at least from the last one, from what I remember I said in the last one, I did say my new plan was to sell my phone, and that hasn't gone very well so far. So it's just crazy that everything in life, at least from your point to this point, you think is going to take this much. Like you think, okay, like you're going to spend this amount of energy or this amount of effort or this amount of money on something to get, a desired outcome. But when you actually get into that, like when you actually start doing it, you realize it's going to cost a whole lot more. So that was the plan. I was thinking, like, if I put my phone up within a week, like max, because it's an iPhone 7, like I said before, even though it's an outdated iPhone. iPhones just have this aura to them, like there's always demand for it. So put it up, give it a week, put it as a reasonable price, and to, like, for sale. So I did put it up. I did things that after that, I don't know. I think after that last video, I did maybe a few days after, I procrastinated a little, instead of just getting straight to work, which is something I wish I did earlier. I procrastinated a little, dabbling, just doing irrelevant things. But eventually, I think a few days after that, I did put it up for sale. So I made it 145,000 naira. So like the app I use, Gigi, it's like a marketplace app, something like eBay, that you can sell your own stuff and all that. So they usually will show like the average price of the phone. So the average price of the phone is like from 135,000 to 160k. That's the average range of iPhone 7 Plus. So mine is not just the 7 Plus, mine is 128 gig. So mine is like the higher end of the 7 Plus. So what I noticed is that the 7 Plus is like 32 gig. Those are like the lower end, the ones with smaller storage. They were closer to like the 130 range, 130, 120, while the ones with 128 gig were like 140, 150, 160. So I just made around 145. I put it at 145 and nobody bought. Like for the first many days, I want to say almost a week, nobody messaged, nobody bought, nobody did anything. So I was now starting to feel bad that, maybe this thing's not working. So I now did pay for like their ad service. So they have this thing like top. So it was relatively cheap. It's still relatively cheap though, but because I'm broke as fuck, I can't afford it. But basically, like when you pay for it, they'll put your items at the top of the search results. So anybody that search for iPhone 7 Plus, you pay maybe your item will be part of the top 5, something like that. Than if you just post it there randomly. And also in mobile phones on the app, like you can't post stuff there for free. I think they only let you post for free for like 14 days. After 14 days, like you have to pay 7 or 14 days, something like that. So at first, maybe for the first few days, I didn't pay for the top stuff because I was broke. So eventually, I gathered up a little bit of money. They did like a 50% discount stuff, so it was 1,000. Let's say 1,100. So I paid 1,100. So eventually, and it actually started to bring results. So more people started to message me. So it seems that it's almost like 10 to 1 ratio. So that's for every 10 people that see the ad, only one person will message me. So is that like a 1% is the open rate or reply rate, something like that. So basically, a few guys message me here and there, and they just weren't that serious. So the first guy that priced it, he said he wants to buy it at 100k instead. And at first I was like, no, because I told myself that basically selling these things at a loss. The only defects I'll say this phone has is just, it looks kind of old when it's not inside case. If you put it inside like a pouch inside the case, it looks good. But out of the case, it looks a little bit old and scratched up. And also this camera, like I think the portrait camera, the lens, like not really the lens, like just the glass around it is cracked, so it has broken away. But the camera still works very fine, it's just, broken away. So that's like the only thing wrong with this phone. So usually when they will see, they won't really like it. So basically, guy was saying 100k, but I now did make another offer, from reading Alex Subozi and watching all these make money online videos. So basically, it's like you want to give them like a bundle offer. So I now told them if they buy at that 145, I'll give them free power bank, free smartwatch, free charger, free phone case, free screen guard, free earpiece, and just stuff like that. And if you calculate all that, it's worth more than 145. The first guy said he would consider it, but I now also started to think about it that if this guy actually has 100k and he was willing to pay the 100k, I should have just given it to him. So I still try to follow up with the guy and tell him to pay the 100k, but didn't really reply me anymore. So the next guy messaged me. Now said he wants to buy 80, I told him no. So I noticed that 145, especially with this cracked camera lens, people were, this just saying they can't buy it. So I now reduced it to 120. So the idea was, it to be 120. Then when they ask about it, I'll not tell them, if they buy, they will try and price it a little, like bargain. So I'll not be like, okay, I'll reduce it to 100k for them. But if they buy at 100k, I'll just give them the phone. But if they buy at the 120, I'll give them the power bank and the smartwatch and this and that. So even though doing that too for a few days still didn't work as well. So I now started to become a little bit desperate because I'm now starting to run out of time. So the last session, when I recorded the last video, we're still doing like exam. The session was still ongoing. Now exams have ended like almost 2 weeks ago at this point, which is crazy. It's like a week and a half. So the thing is that on one hand, it's not really that big of a deal. But the problem I'm trying to avoid is if we start a new session, all my school record file, everything just becomes 10 times more complicated because it's like I'm no longer even like an official student again. They have to like go to past records to go and like dig my own stuff out. So it's like I'm trying to pay up all these fees and do all this registration as fast as possible because the new session is starting later, like I think on the 20 something of this month, and today is like the 8th or 9th as I'm recording this. So it's like I'm trying to just get the money fast and quickly pay so that I can at least fix however much things I can fix before the new session will begin. So I started to get a little bit desperate. So at first my mindset was like, I'm not going to go below 100k. So I just told myself, okay, if somebody now comes with 80k and is like, I'm really like, I have 80k here, all you just have to say is yes, give me the phone and I'll give you 80k. On one hand, it still feels bad because the school fees is 60k, but because now it's going to be late, it will probably be like 70, then plus charges here and there, let's just say 75k. So and I just thought that if I pay 75k and I sell the phone for 80k, there's almost like no profit. Because the reason I wanted to make it 145 is even if I sell it for like if I pay the school fee 75k, I'll still have like what 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. I'll still have like maybe another 60, 70k left over, or even 50k if it's too bad. But the way I'm saying it now, I just became very desperate. Like okay, like it doesn't really matter. At least I'll get to pay off the school fees and fix a lot of my school issues and all that. So because that's one thing I was asking myself, like, would you prefer that you still have your phone, you keep your phone, use your phone? And that's another thing. This phone, since it's a 7 Plus, like app support for it have started to drop. Like so many apps, something like YouTube Studio or even Google Chrome. I can't install Google Chrome on this phone because the iOS is too old. The iOS is iOS 15. That's the latest it's going to update to. So on Google Chrome works with iOS 16 and above, and so many other apps like that, I can't really update or install anything about them. So it's like I'm somewhat tired of the phone, and because the phone is quite old, the processor isn't that strong. When I'm editing videos, like the thing hits up like crazy, it starts to lag. Like so me, I'm kind of tired of the phone as well. But the question I was asking myself is, would you prefer you keep your phone but you don't pay the school fees, or you said you pay the school fees but you don't have your phone again? And obviously I would still love to have my phone. The best case scenario is you have your phone and pay the school fees, but I was like, if I had to choose one, definitely it's like I pay the school fees and don't have my phone. So I was like, good, so let's just do 80k. So I now reduce the price of it to 110. So anybody that now messages me on the 110, I'll tell them I'm doing Valentine's offer, because now we're in February as I'm recording this. So I'll tell them I'm doing like this Valentine promo. So if they buy like from 110, I'm going to now reduce it to 85k. So if they buy within now and the 10th, I first said 10th, but I now change it to night for some people because I realize that the ad stuff I paid for is expiring on the night. So if I want the ad to still be up on the platform, I have to pay again. At this time now, they have increased the price back to normal, so it will now be 2,100. I'll have to pay for another 7 days. If I want to be there for 30 days, I have to pay about 5k there. So night is tomorrow. I think night is tomorrow, yeah. So I was not like, okay, so I'm running this special promo. So for everybody that has messaged me from the beginning, I just did it for them that I'm running this special promo, this thing for Valentine. So if they buy now, I didn't talk about power bank again, but I said I'll give them free charger, free earpiece, free screen guard, free what was the name? Pouch or case, whatever. Like I just saw those stuff if they buy within now the nights. And I did get a few responses, but no serious person yet. So I was just saying, so a few of them will just be like, oh wow, you're kind of interested. Like, oh, it's nice. How would I get the phone then? I'll tell them, they should just come and meet me. Yeah, tell them and all that. But they just basically don't reply anymore. So basically, that's where I've been so far. And then the other two guys, that have gotten pretty close, But let's just say it's actually one guy that got pretty close to buy. And the first one he said 80k earlier, but then I was surprising the phone at like 120, 145. So I was like, no, it's 100k that's why. And I messaged him again that okay, now reduce it to 85, but he basically didn't respond. So the other guy, that one looked relatively serious. So he first saw the phone and he was like, he wants to buy it 80. And I was like, you should pay 100 or whatever. Or you should pay 90. That's what I even said. So I looked at the phone closer and I noticed that the camera glass is one cracked. It was not like, then because of the privacy screen guard, like when I snap it, the screen will look a little discolored on camera. It will look as if it has yellowish stuff, but it's because of the screen guard, privacy screen guard. In real life, it's fine. So the guy was like, oh, the screen is discolored and this thing. And he said, oh, like, I thought he wanted to buy it for somebody. So he's like, the guy is almost like a flipper. So he'll just buy it from me, then the screen will resell it for the other person. So then, so I was like, oh no, but we shall talk back and forth. So the man was trying to persuade the guy that no, the phone is actually nice. It's just camera is a little bit cracked, but it still works well. So I was like, I can send more sample photos and all that. So I did that, sent it to the guy. And the guy was actually like pretty calm, like I was like this was one of the serious ones. But the guy now said that the person that wants to buy it is pricing 60k. And that was then I was not like, nah, I can't go lower. Like, how would I sell it? Is it iPhone 6? I want to sell for 60k. If you're even gonna look for that iPhone 6 before you even see that 60k, it's very hard. You see people selling iPhone 6s, 32 gig, 16 gig for that matter, for up to 80, 90k. They have much more money. iPhone 7 Plus, it's 128 gig. And I said, like, nah, that was like, it was just a bad deal. So I told him, like, nah, I can't. It's 80k, that's the least I'm willing to go. So another guy messaged me also, when I told him, we're doing the whole Valentine promo stuff. Then he was showing interest, like, how can I get the phone and all that. So I told him, you should come and meet me here. And, I just said, okay, and basically didn't say anything. So I'm just going to see how today would go. Today's the hard stuff is expiring tomorrow. So if I can gather a little bit of money, that's another thing. Assuming I could gather, but the thing I noticed about this thing is just time. If you give it more time, like it's inevitable. Like even if I leave it at almost let's say 100k range or 120k range, and I just give it more time. So rather than trying to sell the phone like as soon as possible, I just leave it till maybe sell it till I see a good buyer, and I'm able to pay the 5k for 30 days for hard stuff. Like inevitably a good buyer will come by. Or that's when we say I even reduce it to the 80k self. It is because you just try to get the point, but because of this rush, because of this sudden like, hey, I have to make money as fast as possible. It's like it's making me quite desperate, and which is another thing I also kind of want to do, because my mindset is if I'm able to sell this one, pay off the school fees, pay off some of the debts, try and settle my school career and all that, I can just focus on long-term thinking. I know I said that before, but I actually want to focus on like proper long-term thinking and just almost start again, because for the last forever, but since when I kind of started consciously trying to make money, it's been 2 years now. I remember it was 2023, January 2023. I still remember making those videos saying that who wanted to start a YouTube Shorts channel and do like some affiliates offer there on it, some affiliates marketing offer stuff. And now this 2025 February, so it's 2 years already, and it's crazy how 2 years have just passed by just like this. So the point I'm just trying to make though is we'll see. So if inevitably maybe the hard stuff ends and I'm not able to sell the phone and all that, to me selling it for 60 is not worth it, because 60 is like, and this stuff again, if you are paying on time, normally it seems like 60, but because of charges and all that, let's just say 61 or 62,000. Because now it's a late payment, to probably be 70, then because of charges again to be 71, 72, but I just say 75k just to cover everything. So 60 just feels way too. I just can't agree. Like I'm not, because that's the only sad thing is once I sell this phone, I'll basically be phoneless. That means I can't do almost anything. I can't make videos. I can't even follow up on my school stuff. Like we're doing project work, for example. Even though I don't really have laptops to type, to some degree I use my phone to assist. I can't even use my phone. I don't have WhatsApp. Like I can't do anything. So it's like losing your phone for stupid price. To me, it's not even really worth it. And that's one of the sad thing again is once I pay the school fees and all that, it's like all the money is gone. Or like 90% of the money is gone. I mean, I'm able to pay it and I still have like solid change left over. I would have been more open. But once I pay, like all the money is gone, and at least I want to have a little bit of change, because the school fees is just one part. There are still many other little registrations I want to do now, because now I've basically even graduated, not really graduated, like I've signed out. So it's still, you do everything properly before you technically graduate. But some people just see it as they have graduated already. To do a lot of this registration, like, they're going to ask, it's going to cost you money, like they're going to charge you money. So like I'll need a little bit of spare cash lying around. So it's just crazy though, it's just crazy, but it's also very interesting how the decision I made, like almost 2 years, I made it, school fees, so this time, November 2023. So that was, let's say, like a year and a few months now. 1 year and like, what is it, 3, 4, 5 months later, I'm still suffering the consequences on what's modern day. But anyways, that's just been the update so far. So hopefully the next updates video I do, it will be like good news. I'll be able to be like, oh, I actually sold it, I actually made the money, I actually paid it off. So my backup plan is, if maybe this doesn't work, I honestly don't really know what else to do. As it turns out, to some degree I can still get, because if I still agree to sell the phone 60, I have like a power bank and still a smartwatch. I was trying to sell those ones separately before, but they weren't really, like, they don't have as much aura to them as the phone does. So yes, I could technically still, maybe I could still put those two and be able to sell those ones like 10 or 15k. So 60 plus, let's say 15, that's still 75. Well, I don't know, it doesn't really feel worth it. But if I'm not able to, sell the phone, I think the other thing I might want to do is just actually grind on YouTube. That's what I'm just thinking. Because it's like, to just use the skill set. Because the thing is that me and my brother were talking one day. So I know this is not really related, but just to kind of close it, because the things that right now, why I'm feeling like this is I feel like I don't have any skills, and to some degree it's true, because you have no skills and no leverage. So no skills in the sense that you don't really know how to do anything, and no leverage is like you don't have an audience, you don't have a network, you don't have like somebody that knows you, clients, you don't have nothing, just you. And you also don't have skills, because skills is another form of leverage. So I remember me and my older brother, we like to have conversations about success and all that. Even though sometimes we get angry at ourselves as we always here talking about success, so we're trying to put in the work to become successful. Well, he did say one reason why we are poor, and it's something I still stand by and agree, is like, because it's either you don't have skills or the skills you have are underdeveloped. And that is very true, because to some degree I do have skills. Like I have, like I'm making this video, I know it's in about video editing. Definitely not like the most professional video editor in the world, but at least compared to the average person, like I feel like I'm pretty decent. Then also I know it's in the two about like camera work. Definitely not like the most professional like videographer or whatever, but at least I have a little bit of idea. I know it's in the two about like YouTube and social media. Definitely not Mr. Beast level. Like I barely have my biggest channel. I have 900 and something subscribers. But at least to get to that 900 and something means you will have it also. So the thing I'm just thinking is like, we are always thinking in terms of getting paid for these skills to like an absurd level. So something like maybe video editing, for example. The idea on your mind is like, okay, getting paid something like, let's say $1,000 per video you edit, or let's say per 5 videos you edit, or per month, or whatever. And $1,000 per month as a video, that's crazy. But I feel like you can get $10 editing like a simple gig. You can get $5 editing like a simple gig. You can get $2 editing like a simple gig. And if I'm able to get, let's say, 10 of those $5 gigs, that was $50, and that was more than, in Naira, that would be like, what, how much is that? That's something like 80k Naira there. So like that will cover it. And to get those, like, how hard is it? Obviously, it's technically hard because you have to go for client something and all that. But at the same time, how hard? If you're sending like 100 messages every day, it should be something you'll be able to pull off. I also have a little bit of idea in copywriting. Obviously, I'm not like close to being good at copyright or anything, but it's like we have the mindset of the $2,000 per month, clients, $3,000 per month client. But what about the $10 per month client? Maybe not per month, but maybe per gig, per copy, $20 per month. Because there are some people that maybe there are some people that are very cheap, so that they are like extremely cheap, and they just want to look for the cheapest person possible. So if you just have like this, obviously like the cheaper something you're buying, the worse quality is going to be. But if you have like decent level of skill in that thing, I think you can charge that cheap. Like somebody maybe wants to pay up edits like YouTube shorts. So let's say the person makes like TikToks or Instagram reels or YouTube shorts, and just like relatively basic editing that the average person, maybe not the average person because the person doesn't really know, but it's like the average editor can do, even a low tier video editor can do something like that. You could charge $5, and like obviously $5 isn't like life changing money, but if I stack up 10 of those $5, like I said, that's 50, and that's like more than enough. Or maybe something like copywriting could do like let's say $20 for their sales page or their email sequence or whatever. Obviously, like that's not good money at all. Like that's like basically like a witch slave, a witch cock, like my brother likes to say. Well, like you get the point. It's like it's something compared to just sitting and doing nothing. So what I do plan to do, maybe something I won't start doing right away, is to start almost developing all these other channels and avenues rather than just sitting down and just hoping somebody buys this phone. Is to start developing that. So maybe I'll start doing more outreach for video editing. Go to Instagram, go to YouTube, message as many people as possible. Or I could even start my own stuff. Like literally, if I start uploading 5 videos every day, 5 YouTube videos, maybe similar to this or even better, every single day, and at the ending of it, like choose a particular niche. So let's say something like fitness, for example, or let's say weight loss. Or let's want to say something like making money, because it's very easy to find like make money online programs everywhere. So I choose something like making money online, and I target a very niche demographic. So let's say Nigerians who want to make their first $100 with forex, for example. That's so very niche. So every content I make is just tailored to that. Rather than just making random videos like this, every single video you make tailored to those Nigerians who want to make their first $100 with trading or crypto or whatever. So every video, and you pump out like 5 every day, and there's like an affiliate offer or even your own offer. Maybe you write an ebook or about it, or there's this affiliate offer for like some course or coaching, whatever, and you get 20%, and it seems like a $100 product, and you get $20. Just 5 people can buy, and it's like, how possible is it if you're uploading 5 videos every single day, and every video you're trying to get a little bit better, and you do that for like a whole month? Like, it's inevitable that 1, 2, 3 people are going to buy, and if 3 people buy 20, 40, 60 bucks, that's also like the 80k, so that can basically pay. So in summary, that's just like, if this doesn't work, that's what I plan to do. Because the thing is that also, if this does work, I also can't kind of do that, because then I'll be phoneless and I don't really have any phone. But anyways, we'll see. We'll see how the whole story will play out. On one hand, I feel bad and stupid, and like, why would I even make such a decision? How is it that so many years have passed, I've still not paid this thing? But on another hand, I somewhat feel grateful, because it's like, I said it in one of the previous episodes, like I think the last season. It's crazy that I'm already doing seasons. But like, a lot of lessons I'm learning here, many people are not going to get to learn this. Like, I'm learning a lot of lessons here, that many of these lessons I have to learn it over. Like, same condition, and I'll do same behavior. Same condition presents itself again, same behavior. Same condition again, same behavior. Same condition, same behavior. So eventually it's not the same condition. They'll not think, okay, the last 50 times that this has happened, I always did like this, that's why I ended up getting this. So what if I do this, so I do different behavior? All of a sudden, different outcome. They're like, oh, so if I want to get this type of outcome, I have to do more of this behavior rather than this other bad one. So, but it's like, many people don't learn that. It's like, another thing is, on your success journey, like, you are inevitably going to fail and make mistakes and all that. So it's the earlier you start doing that, the better for you. It doesn't mean go and blow your school fees or like, don't make still use your brain and be responsible. But just try. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe I'm just here giving myself false hope because I know I fucked up, but like, just try. Because eventually, when you do solve the problems, when you do find the answers, when you do get out of that phase, that rut, that hole, you'll just be proud. You'll just look back and be amazed that it's been a fucking journey. Whether it was fun or it wasn't fun at all, you shall just be happy that you went through it. Like, because even though looking back, obviously there are many things I wish I didn't do, and many things I wish I had done, and many things I wish I had avoided. But it's like, to some degree, I like the way the story went. Like, I'm kind of happy I did it just because of the lessons and experiences I got out of it. But anyways, this video is getting too long, so I'll update you again in the future. I will see how it will all play out eventually.